Free socks. Free socks.
Welcome, everybody, to another exciting edition of the Triple B Experience Friday night edition. We did something last night. Me and Shane, we did pop culture. We got all that out of the road. Tonight is going to be strictly wrestling. Hopefully, but you never know. We could go off kilter. So we're going to be doing the WWE 2025 Elimination Chamber pay-per-view match. There's only 4 matches. Some other situations we're going to talk about that's wrestling, wrestling related. And we got some of the mega panel back. Chris Coleman couldn't be with us, the world beater. He is at the Arnold Classic, hanging out with Arnold Schwarzenegger this weekend. And Mr. Tap Out Donnie Fulmer is coaching Marion Center in some playoff situations this weekend. And Larry is running a little bit late from Pro Wrestling Extreme Podcast. I sent out the link when he jumps on. Hopefully he can make it in time. So we're going to start with the Mega Mania panel. First and foremost, he is the host of West Virginia Mountaineer Mafia. He is my co-host. He's special field correspondent. He does 60 million things and 800 before 8 o'clock in the morning. Here he is, everybody. My partner in crime. Special field correspondent. Shane.
Well, Bubba, you're
Shane,
so
how you
right.
Doing?
Before 9 a.m., I saved a kitten. I gave up smoking. I did a somersault.
Hello.
Yep.
Woo, the Xfinity Internet. How you doing, Shane?
Yeah, I said before 8 a.m., I did a somersault. I saved a kitten, and I did quit smoking.
Oh, all today.
All right. Before 8 o'clock.
Okay, we got everybody in the chat. The community is with us tonight. Thank you guys so much. You guys follow me and Shane all week long. This is our 4th podcast this week. We're a little podcasted out, but probably not. You know, I got my Macho Man Savage shirt on, so I'm ready. So, how you been? Besides that, you ready to go? You know what's going on tonight? It's the elimination.
Let's talk some SmackDown, you know?
Okay.
Let's see who's in that elimination 4-man chamber.
Okay. I got it right here. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a while since he's been on. Last time he's been on a podcast, he was with us for Steeler Dynasty podcast. He's living high on the mountaintop in the NFL. He is going to have his own show this spring. He can definitely promote it when he gets it, and he'll be on the Dynasty show and all these other shows. He is the smartest man in Philadelphia. Everybody, welcome to the show, Mr. Rich Smoke. Rich, how you doing?
I'm living the dream, man. I'm living the dream. The hat tells you.
Nice hat.
Yeah, it was a good birthday present. We win in the first week of February. My birthday's in February. It's been a great month. So I'm gonna hate March because February, man, it was the best month of the year.
So you're doing pretty good. You're still living the dream of being a world champion.
Yeah, well, we're world champion until next February. You know, we're champion until somebody else takes.
That's what's happening with us earlier. I don't know what's happening tonight, Bubba.
Yeah, what's that? You're spinning.
Yeah, the interweb's acting up.
It blacks out every once in a while.
I'm good. I'm not blacking out at all, which is good because nobody gave me a roofie, so I'm good.
The internet's caused being us.
Well, I paid my bills.
It must be my wife trying to take me out. I don't know.
Well, my wife is just like doing around the house somewhere. I don't know. Maybe she's cutting wires.
Well, you guys haven't been married that long yet, so she's not ready to kill you yet. You got some more time.
Well, I hope not. We're going on 2 years. You know, 2 years and 11 years before that. So I think we're okay. But hey, Rich, when is your show coming on? So you can tell the audience because there's a lot of football fans in the chat too. So
I do have a plan to drop a video here sometime in the first week of March, just to kind of give an idea of what the start off of the show is going to look like. I do want to hit on free agency a little bit and get ready for the draft. You know, I do a draft thing every year. It is one of my favorite parts of the offseason. So probably, I would say the first episode will probably be mid-March.
Okay. And when you do that, send me a link so I can tell everybody and we can promote you. And we'll definitely probably get you on the Dynasty show maybe the week before so you can definitely plug it because our Steeler Dynasty community, man, these guys love talking football and they know their stuff and they know their pulp culture and they know the wrestling. They know everything. I hate to say it. They know more than I do, and I do as well.
I'm not new to that show, and I've had quite a few battles with your followers there. We've had some football disagreements over the years.
Our followers, we love them. They're spazzes like us, and they like shiny things, and you like to go off the rails. So I think they'll love you, Rich. They'll love you as much as they love us.
I got a shiny thing. You see the letters? You see those?
Yeah.
I
don't know if I like to see one before I die. I have to pull my old hat out of the closet. You know what I mean?
Dust it off.
Yeah. So our last contestant tonight off the Mega Mania Power panel. Hopefully, like I said, Pro Wrestling Extreme Talk host Larry Stryker, the King, will be around. But this kid here lives, breathes professional wrestling, WWE wrestling. He has a TikTok channel. He has a YouTube channel called Buckle to Buckle with Kal-El. He is from Punxsutawney. He's probably the smartest. He's definitely the smartest kid at Punxsutawney. Well, there goes the internet again. But but he is a smart. See, and I said Punxsutawney, the shit goes everywhere. But he knows his wrestling. He's batting probably 997% on all these pay-per-view picks. He knows his stuff. He lives and breathes professional wrestling, WWE stuff. So here he is. He's the kid of the panel. He knows his shit, though. Everybody, welcome to the show. Kal-El. Kal-El, how you doing?
Doing good, Bubba. How you doing?
Good. Now, that's right, about 987% percentage off on your picks because you're pretty much, you only get like one or you might miss one.
I would say so. But I think, honestly, like this might be the hardest show that I've picked in a while.
Really? Why do you say that?
Well, I'm torn about the women's chamber match. There's like two options I have.
Okay.
But and then I don't know what way they're gonna go with the Sami Zayn Kevin Owens match because it like technically it is unsanctioned and it doesn't count. So yeah, we'll just have to see.
Okay, so before we get into this, I'll ask you guys real quick. Starting with Shane. Okay, do you like Raw on Netflix, Shane?
No, I've only watched a little bit of it, and the production value seems to be okay, but it just doesn't have that doesn't hit the same. I know it maybe sounds like I'm an old boomer, but that's the way I feel. Okay.
Rich Smoke, what about you, sir?
Well, I'm going to start off by saying congratulations, Kal-El. Your voice gets deeper every time I hear it. Number two, I'm not around much anymore, man.
Well, no, I think, how tall are you now? 6'6", kid?
I think like 6'2" for 2.
Yeah, you just had a birthday last week, right? Birthday last week. Happy birthday.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, hello
6'2".
I'm 6 foot, but hello from down here. Hello. I can't teach you anymore because you're bigger than me. No, but I don't mind it. I mean, I don't get a chance to watch it live very often. My new job has me working 3 to 11 every day. What is nice compared to like YouTube TV is if I watch the replay, there's no commercials since it's on Netflix, which is nice. So it's like before I'd record it on DVR and I had to fast forward through the commercials and whatever. So I don't know. Overall, graphically, I'm not a fan. I'm also, just to add this, I'm not a fan of all the logos on the mat either. I know somewhere Vince McMahon's still shaking his head at that. That was like a sacred place. You didn't put anything on that. But yeah, Raw, I don't know. I mean, I don't mind it per se. It sucks that you got to pay more money, but it is what it is.
Yeah, that's terrible. Kal-El, you're probably the one that probably loves it the most.
Yep.
I mean, I will say that I feel like it's better than what it was like on USA, like the last like year or so. Because it's for me like the last year on USA, it was like every week would be like the same match like every week, and it would never.
I must have the best internet. Oh my gosh! There you go.
Am I good or?
Yeah, you're good. It must be the weather in Western Pennsylvania. I don't know. We're gonna get it through. Boom! We're gonna go right through it. That little bastard's making more money than anybody I know. But anyway, keep going, Kal-El.
So yeah, I feel like the matches have gotten better because I feel like it's like better matches. Like last week or a couple weeks ago, we saw Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor. which I mean that's a big match. Because that's a big rivalry from the past couple of years. And then like they've been having like the chamber qualifying matches, which those are good. I don't like that, like it's been ending at like different times like every week, but because like sometimes like the main events will go like half an hour and sometimes they'll go like 15 minutes, where in like some of those situations like in the longer ones, like I wish they would have gone like shorter, like in the shorter ones I wish it would have gone longer. So yeah, I mean I like it. Like the weeks after, like I guess like the 2 weeks after the first one, it kind of like dipped down because I mean it wasn't like the Raw CM Punk versus Seth Rollins on like every week.
Right.
But yeah, I mean I like it. I think it's way better than SmackDown right now. But yeah, I mean I think it's okay.
Okay. Yeah,
I
because
agree with
I
it.
know.
I agree with that. TNT was the best one. I used to love that on TNT.
Well, that was a different time.
Yeah, it
Like,
was.
I mean, you could. I mean, before it was, WWE was pre-recorded. And this is way before your time, Kyle, and you got to go back into WWE archives. Like Monday night was big. Monday Night Wrestling was beating the NFL and beating it handily. Like, I mean, that whole Attitude Era and Stone Cold and The Rock and
Speaking of Stone Cold, Bubba, I hate to interject, but
no, go ahead.
I saw a picture of Mike Stitt on Facebook.
He looks like Stone Cold.
He looks like Stone Cold.
Wow. He could sign autographs.
I know. I was like, I know. Sorry, Bubba.
Oh, no, that's
Mike Stitt looks like.
Well,
Stone
I
Cold.
mean, fucking Burns looks like Butterbean, so hey, we're good to go. I mean, hey, I mean,
How is Burnsy doing these days?
He's doing pretty good. He's refereeing. He's a big time ref in amateur wrestling, high school wrestling.
Rich, he's the Pennsylvania version of Shorzy, but instead of doing hockey, he's doing PIAA wrestling. He has the same. It's like Shorzy all over. If you ever seen that show, that's him. So
well, he's still kicking, still coming on Wednesday night, bitching about the Steelers and me wanting to sign a fullback.
He'll never. Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty good, Gene, because I just seen an interview with Lex, saying he's moving a lot better. I mean, he had a tragic thing, man. He was in the airplane and he cracked his neck and that messed him up. And, but I'm glad Diamond Dallas Page saves and helps out these old wrestlers. And it actually works. I've actually did the DDP yoga back in the day and I need to start doing it again because I'm all beat up too. But now before we get in, I said off camera that we're going to pick for the men's elimination chamber, we're going to pick an old wrestler that we won in the chamber and a wrestler that didn't make it in the present time. And we're just going to do that for the guys because the ladies, I don't know. I don't even know if I'd won anybody. The ladies just aren't, I don't know. Sometimes it's just a little bit whatever. Wrestling's very hot right now, which it's WrestleMania season. I mean, there's shows on TV every day. There's independent shows an hour from my house every day too. It's crazy. So, and it's in Canada tomorrow. So it'll be on Peacock, correct? At what time, Kyle? It's regular time, or is it going to be? I think
it's around like 6:30 or something.
6:30. Okay, well then it's on Peacock. So if you guys have it, make sure you get it because it'll probably be over by 9:30. I hope because it's not like an AEW pay-per-view where they're out till 2:00 in the morning. And I'll be honest with you, I don't even watch AEW anymore.
Hey, all 11 of those fans deserve that show.
I mean,
okay.
I watched the one in Australia on. I have Max. So you can HBO Max, so you can watch that, the repeat. But Wednesday nights, I rather talk to the football than watch.
I tried to watch AEW a couple weeks ago. I just couldn't. I couldn't make it through. I
think Larry. I don't think Larry. I don't think Larry gives them any props anymore either. I don't think.
That's a big.
It's just like we're the best wrestler. If your moniker is going to be "We're the best wrestler," you better not miss as many spots as they do. And they miss. I see videos every day of like 20 missed spots.
The fallen angel, Christopher Daniels, is punching himself in the face. Like, what the fuck? Like, if I was a producer, I would lose my shit.
There's
Like,
simple.
it just-
There's like simple moves off the top rope, like an elbow drop, and they miss completely. Like they stumble around the ring. I'm like, this is just bad.
And I like Thunder Rosa when she had the chair and she was walking
Oh
around
my
like
God,
she
if
was
she
like
dropped it
scaring
a little bit,
cats.
She tried. I'll tell you what. At least she tried to sell it. I mean, it was obvious that she screwed up, but at least she tried to like make it seem like she was.
Yeah, but it's just I think to me, Tony Khan should let Jake Roberts have the book and let Jake book some storylines that actually mean something. But
Yeah.
he never won't because it's an ego thing because his dad gave him all that money and that's just how it's going to be.
He's the Jerry Jones of AEW is what he is. He'll drive that company down forever. He has to be number one.
Yeah. Okay, so there's 4 matches. Okay. And now before we get to this 4 matches, let's talk about oh my God. Woo! It must be a windy night. Somebody must be blowing something. But anyway, I don't know. But we're going to talk before we give our picks. We are going to talk, and I have the World Beaters picks that I'm going to present when we're done here. It's at 7 p.m. at the Rogers Center in Toronto, and before that, Rock is going to show up. Is that right, Kal-El?
Yeah.
The Rock. Oh my God. Woo! The Rock's going to, it's okay, guys. We're going to go through. The Rock's going to show up, correct, at the Elimination Chamber to meet Cody.
Yep.
That's correct. Okay. So, Kal-El, what is your, what do you think is going to happen in that meeting come tomorrow night?
Yeah, I
I'll
mean,
ask
I
you
think
guys
the
all
whole
this.
I think the whole thing was just weird to begin with. Like when they announced that he would be there, like last Friday, like Friday night before SmackDown, and then I thought he would just come out to like announce WrestleMania, which he did. And then he calls out Cody, which I mean that's fine. But I felt like maybe it would lead to a match or like something, but he just says like I was even shocked. Like I that was like just so random of him to say that he wants his soul.
Yeah, that was crazy. Like he's the
So,
Undertaker.
yeah, I don't think that he's gonna give him his soul tomorrow. I think there's gonna be, I don't know, some other crazy story or something else that happens, but I don't think that they should turn Cody heel because like
I was going
of
to
how
ask you
like
that.
of how popular he is. Like I don't think like a lot of people online are saying that he's like this generation's John Cena because um like like right now, like current, like not like the whole, like not like all time or whatever, but like
Right.
just because like like John Cena like in his prime like had all his kids looking up to him, like all this kind of stuff. So yeah, I just don't think they should like take that away yet. Like maybe next year, but I don't think that should happen. So I really don't know what's gonna happen, but I just don't think that they're gonna turn him heel yet.
Okay. Smoke, what do you think about that situation? Do you think he's going to turn or do you think there'll be a match or whatever? I want to hear your opinion also.
I don't think he's going to turn. I think they've invested too much time and money and promos and all that to making Cody out to be like he just said a little bit ago. You know, he's the modern day People's Champ. The Rock even said it. It's exactly what he is. He is the current WWE People's Champion right now. I can't see them putting him heel yet. I mean, I think they will eventually. I think he'll lose the title before he goes heel. I think he's going to lose it as a baby face, and his comeback will be probably as a heel. But I'm hoping it leads to a match. I'm hoping all this wasted time isn't a waste. I'm hoping that this eventually, because again, if you really watch that promo, outside of telling him, I want your soul, the rest of it was just blah, 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 just a bunch of random crap that nobody cared about. So yeah, I'm hoping for a match, man. I'm hoping that becomes a thing. I really do.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know.
Well,
I have no
I know Gene said it would be cool if he go heel because he do that corporate thing. And Cody being heel is actually very good. I seen him being heel many, many years ago. Shane, what do you think about this situation?
I'd like to see Cody as a heel, but I can't get my head around the fact that I used to be a big Rock fan. I still am. But he kind of is getting watered down coming back as much as he is. And then what really ruined me is like 2 days ago, I saw Howie Mandel with the glasses, and then I saw The Rock, and I thought, shit, this would be great if they did a Twins, another Twins movie with The Rock and Howie Mandel. That would be the funniest thing ever, because I could see that happening because they look the same. It looks like a little like Howie Mandel was a plant that wasn't watered, and The Rock had miracle growth.
Okay. So you don't think you want to see him to go heel, but you think they'll have a match?
I don't know. Like Cody Rhodes. I'm not a huge Cody Rhodes fan, so I really don't give two shits about Cody Rhodes. Like, he could go fart in a can for all I care. He doesn't I like his dad. I thought his dad was fantastic.
Yeah, man, could
Cody just
Dusty
doesn't move
Rhodes.
the needle for me. Yeah,
I liked his old man. Who didn't? That was a different time. I don't know. Like he is, like Kal-El said, all the kids love him, and Kal-El's age and a little older, maybe. I mean, I don't dislike him. I think he's a great wrestler. But I think they have to have that payoff match with him versus The Rock last year just whipped his ass so bad he bloodied him up and beat the living shit out of him out in the parking lot. You just don't forget. I'll forget. Okay, let's go drink a beer, man, and go hang out with our kids and shit. No. I don't know what's going to happen, but for me, The Rock's not doing any movies right now that I know of. He's not doing any movies. He's in this wrestling stuff because he has to be. I know LaGreca from Busted Open fucking just went off the other, because I've been listening to Busted Open now on Sirius Radio going to work. He just wants to tell The Rock to go fuck off. Like, I mean, and Dave's like about as big as my pinky, but he's making money. I just don't know what's going to happen. I think they're going to let us till the end. The Rock is going to wrestle at WrestleMania.
You think
he has to?
Was there too much? It was too much saturation of The Rock, 4 or 5 years ago, and we're kind of like rocked out, like that.
Well, all his movies are the same. That little situation with DC with Black Adam didn't help his cause, because he come in and tried to take over DC Studios, and it didn't work.
Yep. Well, yeah.
So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
I just think they're overdoing these legend things now, like especially with him. Like there's some superstars that we don't see very often at all. Like legends coming back, maybe once over 10 years or whatever it is. And this guy just seems to be the surprise legendary reappearance, like every year, twice a year, only WrestleMania season. And I always hate that, because I've always been a big believer of there's so much good modern talent that we're already not giving enough time to. Let's give another 3 hours of time to The Rock over the course of WrestleMania season. What a great idea. I don't know. I feel like it takes away from the younger talent. That's how I feel.
Okay. Jumanji remakes are cool. Okay. I just wanted to get your guys' opinion. It's a little different. I don't know, because the WWE now is different than it was prior to, when Vince had it and was running it. And, now they could do a little bit more things and say different things that they couldn't say before. So, okay, let's go with the first match. The women's elimination.
Earlier you mentioned pick an old one and pick a new one for the men's elimination. Then we got off topic. Got back to it.
Yeah, we're gonna for the men's we're gonna pick an old wrestler that you whoever you want. Who cares? Yep. It's going in a slot. There's 2 extra slots in that elimination chamber in my mind, and a present wrestler in WWE that didn't make the cut, that you like, that didn't make it. So in the women's elimination chamber, it's Liv Morgan versus Bianca Belair versus Naomi versus Alexa Bliss, who came back at the Rumble, versus Bayley versus Booker T's protege, Roxanne Perez. And I'll go first. And I hate to say this, but they're probably going to give it to Roxanne Perez because they like her, and Liv Morgan doesn't need it. Bianca Belair, something's going to happen with her and Naomi. Alexa Bliss just came back, and that's why I'm going to go with, as crazy as it sounds, I'm going to go with Perez, the NXT superstar that, that's what I'm going with. Shane?
Oh, boy. I can't believe, like, Rhea Ripley's not in it, but
she's a champ, so these are
Yeah,
going to be the people that face
why,
Rhea.
That's why when they do these elimination chambers, I'm like, oh, okay. Now Alexa Bliss, I think she's fun to watch. She just came back. Are they going to try to push her a little bit? I don't know. So I'm going to pick her just to be different.
Okay. Smoke, who you picking?
Well, part of me, I feel like Jade Cargill shows up tomorrow night. I feel like she's probably going to make an appearance or something of the sort, and we're going to find out who really did it. I think it's going to be a big story going into WrestleMania here of some sort. As far as the match itself, I think there's going to be a distraction between Bianca and Naomi. That's going to be an issue. I think the final two in the ring are going to be Liv and Roxanne Perez. That's who I believe the last two in the ring will be. And I'm going to be biased. I don't like Roxanne. There's a good chance that she does win. But I think it's going to be the final showdown between Liv and Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania. It would be another showdown. It's been one of the hottest matches on the card all year, every time they've done it, or every time they hinted at doing it. I think they're going to go out the final moment of the year. Dom's going to make an appearance, obviously. Liv and her. It'll be the big storyline. I'm going to take Liv Morgan winning the Elimination Chamber.
Okay. Now I got the world beater took Alexa Bliss. And Larry said, in case he didn't make it, he was taking Roxanne. So that's pretty much everybody's going way. Now, Kal-El, who you taking and why?
Yeah, this is the one I talked about earlier that was a little tough for me, but I do think Jade will show up because I just can't see Naomi or Bianca Belair winning, because if one of them wins, it's basically just like forget that whole like story thing that they've been building for the past couple of months. So I think she will come out, and I think it'll be revealed that either one of them attacked her or both of them attacked her, and it will lead to some sort of match at WrestleMania. I can't see Bayley winning because
I can't either.
She's kind of just there right now. Like, they're throwing her into these matches in NXT, like, and it's kind of just like for ratings. But she's been on Raw sometimes, she's on SmackDown, she's been tossed over all three brands, but she's not really doing much. I'd like to see Alexa Bliss win. She'd be my second choice, because she's been one of my favorites over the past couple of years, because everything that she's been doing with like this like creepy stuff.
Right.
So I think they're kind of getting back to that. So I think I don't see her winning, just because I think they're still going to try to build that up. And then Roxanne Perez, I would see her as an option, seriously, but she was on NXT the other day. Like, I thought she was called up, like she was back on the other day. Like, I don't know why. But if she's gonna keep doing stuff on NXT, then I don't know why she would have a title match at WrestleMania. So I'm gonna agree with Rich here. I think they do the finale of Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley, but I do think that somehow Io Sky might get involved in that, because they have this match on Monday. And I think if Liv Morgan wins, she'll come out and cost Io, and that's been like the whole thing. Like, Io keeps getting screwed out of these title matches with Rhea. So I think that could be a triple threat, but I'm gonna go with Liv to win the chamber.
Okay. Now, there's only 4 matches as I look, and to me, these Elimination Chamber matches are going to be about 40 minutes. And that's why, because I honestly wouldn't pay to go to see this.
No.
I have no desire. I mean, I love going to wrestling shows, but I would not pay to go see this. No, this next match, they're in Canada. It's Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus.
I love it.
Yeah, well, this one here, versus Nia Jax. Even though I've been on a Nia Jax fucking big giant Steamboat Willie train, and Candice LeRae in a tag match, I'm fucking picking Trish Stratus all the way. Look, man, you don't get any finer than Trish Stratus. So
Age is like a fine wine.
Yeah, I mean, my God,
Her and Michelle McCool both aged very well. Undertaker's wife.
Yeah,
Ooh,
McCool went into the Hall of Fame.
She's hot too, man.
I wasn't really a big. Gene says Liv's the favorite. I wasn't a big Michelle McCool fan.
I wasn't a fan of her as a superstar, but looking at her now, I'm a fan. Oof.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Undertaker. I see you, big guy.
So you okay with that, Kyle L? I'm not. This is the first time I'd ever picked Nia Jax. Like springtime is here.
Yeah, that's great. We're improving.
Yeah,
finally.
Look, man. Trish Stratus or fucking Nia Jax. I might be crazy, but I ain't that goddamn crazy. So Shane, who you taking?
I'm going with that little sawed-off Candice LeRae and Nia Jax.
Ooh. Oh, you and Gene.
You're not that crazy, but he's that crazy.
Yeah, well, Shane is a little. Yeah, we both of us together were like Wonder Twin powers activate. Crazy.
Activate. That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so Smoke, who you taking?
It's the WP on his hat that messes with his brain. That's all.
Taking Smoke. Afton said.
What am I thinking? I'm taking Stratus, and I'm taking Stratus all day. I don't even care. I don't care if Tiffany Stratus was fighting this match by herself in a handicap. I'm taking Trish Stratus, but plus you put her with Tiffany Stratton on top of that, and Stratton's no joke. A couple nip slips here and there, some great in-ring ability. Her promos.
Yeah.
I mean, Tiffany.
There's the ratings right there.
Tiffany Stratton, listen, I know Kaiser's more built than me. I'm a little bit chubbier, but I offer a lot of fast food and some good food. That's all that matters. But yeah, I'm taking them all day long. It's not even. I think it's going to be a.
Oh my God, Gene! Gene says Nia can sister slam him anytime.
Ooh.
Woo, Gene!
That's all right. Anyway, yeah. I'm not, before I comment any further, I'm going Stratus.
Wow. Okay. Well, hey.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well. Kal-El, I know you got a little bit you want to say, because you are one of the people that hate Nia Jax with a passion. You and this other guy know who has his own wrestling website. He hates her like a passion. He calls her a potato. But yeah, he calls her a potato. And I got into it with him. I'm like, hey man, he just hates it. Just hates it. But anyway, who you picking and why?
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad to see that, after all this time, you finally folded, Bubba, and you picked against Nia Jax.
Yeah, it took him to book Trish Stratus in that match. It took him to book Trish Stratus. I have a thing for blondes. Well, my wife changed her hair color, but she's whatever. But
so yeah, this is another match that at first I was a little confused about. Like the build hasn't been great for this. Like not like as big as like the other three matches, because it pretty much all started when Trish Stratus came back at the Royal Rumble, and then I'm pretty sure she was one of the people that Nia Jax threw out, like when she just like whopped everybody over. So, and then Tiffany Stratton was getting attacked like the week after, and Trish Stratus came out to help her, and then you didn't see anything from them for a week. And then they came back and they announced this match. And then it's kind of just been like, promos and stuff like that. So yeah, when I first thought about it, I said it might not be.
No, you didn't think anything about Nia Jax like half a second. You did not think you were ever going to take her.
Yeah, well, this is where it comes in. I said, well, hold on, it's in Trish Stratus's, hometown. I don't know if it's hometown, home area. But so that's they don't usually have people win in their hometown. But then I said, oh wait, Nia Jax is on the opposing team. I'll pick against them. So I'm gonna take.
Yeah, I remember this, and you're absolutely right about not letting them win in their hometown. You know how long it took your dad to win when he was doing WWE stuff? It took him, not win, but actually get on the show. Like he was always like SmackDown or Raw, and it took him a long time to get on the card. And when he got on the card, he worked Gene Snitsky. So I mean, he worked. Your dad worked in hey, he worked the Civic Arena, man, in front of 18,000 people. You know, so yeah, they just, I think that's what it was though too. They didn't like putting people, you know, out there and stuff. So but yeah, I was there for that. We all went down for that. And then I remember the time where he didn't. I was fucking pissed. I, you know, took my little ball and bat and went home. You know what I mean? That's how it went. But yeah, okay. So this next match, it's two Canadians. This ain't a big card, like, and I don't know why they even did this again. Like they did this feud before, they made up, and I don't know why. You know, Kevin Owens is going crazy. It's an unsanctioned match, Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn. I just don't understand it. You know, I just see why he turned on Sami. Maybe they're trying to make him more of a heel, I guess, because everybody loves Sami Zayn. I don't know anybody that doesn't like Sami Zayn. I like Sami Zayn. But I'm going to have to go with Kevin Owens because they're pushing him. Oh, Rich.
No, you said, I don't know if anybody's not a big fan of Sami Zayn.
Oh, you. Oh, okay.
It's not that I dislike him. I just feel like they push him so hard for somebody who doesn't make it very far. I mean, it's like, you know, it's like having a Lamborghini in the driveway with no engine in it. You know, it's like, oh, it's such a great act. Like, what a great promo. And then it goes nowhere. I'm like, wait a minute. What the hell is the point in having that car? Like, it looks great, but let me see you drive it. You know, it's every time Sami gets added to a card, it's just, you know, the intro hits, everybody cheers, and he loses. Or he fights some non-fantastical match that we're all like, okay, and what was that for? That's what's going to happen.
Yeah,
here
when his best match when he was that Roman Reigns heavyweight title match was probably his. I mean, everybody was on train then to try to take out the tribal. Well,
beating Gunther was a good match too, but then look how fast he lost.
Yeah.
And he hasn't had anything of significance since. I mean, he's been pretty.
They killed that. They didn't let him defend the championship, and they had
at all.
Braun Breaker just, you know, they pushed him to the moon. I think that was already in the script. Shane, who do you think is going to win?
I think Kevin Owens. You know, and here's the thing: I like Sami Zayn. I think Kevin Owens is all right. My big dig against Kevin Owens, he looks like just some guy you picked up at a bar to go wrestle.
Like, oh, okay. I was like, well, if you picked them up, I didn't know you swing that way, but I don't know. Hey, what do I know?
That bar at 2 a.m. Like, oh,
well,
no, nothing like that. But he just looks like a random guy. Like, he doesn't look anything special. Sami Zayn doesn't either. But I'm just saying, like, Kevin Owens is very unassuming. You know, like if you look at some of these wrestlers, you know, you're like, oh my gosh, this guy's gonna whoop some ass. But Kevin Owens can work like nobody's business, though. You know.
Right. I mean, nowadays, being a professional wrestler, you know what I mean. They're not intimidating where people are like, holy shit, like you want to have that look like you can actually beat somebody's ass.
Vince McMahon era where they were imposing and they looked like rugged or big or
right.
I feel like you watch WWE now, you're like, I think I could beat that guy. I'm pretty sure I could actually take him one-on-one.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I do.
I mean, when some of those, you know, when some of those guys, I'm bigger than some of those guys, but those guys are athletic. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
No, I'm not taking away from, but it's just like if I'm going to see a show, you know what I mean? I don't want to you know.
Right.
I'm like, wow, that guy can put like I have not seen him like when we went to watch wrestling, I saw athleticism and he's athletic, but you know, I haven't seen any like super physically strong, you know, he hasn't done anything that made me like, oh my gosh, I can't believe he did that. Even Nia Jax, I think, does more wrestling wise. Now, Kevin can work. And I can see him, you know, he's a great wrestler, but I want to see something like crazy, you know, I want to see,
well, Kevin looks like your buddy. They both look like your buddy from school.
Right.
And Sammy's the one that dropped out and didn't make it anywhere. And he lives on the side of the road that you drive past every morning on the way to work.
You know,
Okay,
like
so
both ways.
so who you taking, Rich?
I'm going to take my boy Kevin Owens on this one. I mean, the storyline up until this point, I liked. I like Kevin as a heel way more than I liked him as a babyface. I think he fits this role a lot more. I also just overall, I mean, I don't know. I've always liked KO. I like the guy. I like the fact that he looks simple, but yet he comes out and beats the hell out of these guys that are way more imposing than he is. I like that. It's almost like a David versus Goliath type feel every time he fights somebody like Roman or whatever. But yeah, I feel like they've been pushing him really hard. I feel like the end of this story is going to be when Randy comes back, most likely. So I feel like they're gonna give KO the win here. I think they have to give him some more traction. He's been losing a lot. Get him ready for when Randy comes back healthy and get them going back at it again. But yeah, I'm gonna take KO. I'm gonna take KO on this one.
Okay. Yeah, Vince did like the big guys with the juice. Kal-El, who you taking and why?
Yeah, this one's another tough one for me just because like the whole like unsanctioned thing and I don't like how it was like brought up like you know, for when Randy Orton got pile drivered, he's still been out. And then when Cody came back, it was a couple weeks, but I mean Sami Zayn came out like the next week. But so it's like everybody that gets pile drivered is like a different time of like coming back. So that just seems random to me. But now that it's been like official for a couple weeks, I've thought about it, and I think it will be like a good match. It's probably just going to be like a big fight the whole time. But I do think this is where Randy Orton will come back because I think they have to set up, you know, Kevin Owens versus Randy Orton at WrestleMania.
Yep.
And I think, I mean, technically WrestleMania was like earlier last year than it is this year, but I mean, build-ups for WrestleMania are usually like longer, and they don't have like that much time left. So I think Sami Zayn will win just because it's not sanctioned and it doesn't count. Because I think, you know, Randy will come out and cost Kevin Owens. So yeah, that one's another tough one for me.
And who you taking again? I'm sorry.
Sami Zayn.
Okay. So there's two matches that you were like iffy. Okay. Now this is the main event, the men's elimination chamber. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna pick an old school anybody. Okay, because there's 2 extra spots and somebody that's in the roster right now. Okay, so the Elimination Chamber match, John Cena versus CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre, who I do like Drew, versus Seth Rollins versus Logan Paul versus Damian Priest. Damian Priest was getting a lot. I mean, he came a little bit further than I thought he would, and he was working injured in a couple of those matches. But they just he's got to get away from the Judgment Day, I believe. Okay, so my extra old school guy that would win it all if he could come back, God bless his soul. I'm taking Roddy Piper because I'm a fucking Piper mark, and I am not ashamed to admit it.
I am too. Yeah.
Because Piper is the best talker ever. So, and he was good, and he did what he had to do, and he was part of why WWE WrestleManias are WrestleManias in my eyes. I mean, you can't have Hulk Hogan without Roddy Piper. You know what I mean? You got to have the antagonist and the hero. You got to have that. And the recent, this is a hard one. I'm going to go LA Knight.
Oh, you took mine, Bubba. That's a good one.
That's who I'm taking. Now, to win it, they got it's not going to be Cena as much as I want it to be because I believe Cena's going to win the Money in the Bank. Cena's getting something here eventually. He's too popular. He's too good. And then when I start cheering for John Cena, the world is tipped on its axis.
Yep.
Yeah, because it's all Peacemaker for me, and I know Kal-El was into Jay winning, but I didn't see Jay getting to be the second one in that Rumble. I was pulling for Cena, and it didn't happen. I'm gonna go against the grain and take CM Punk because of storylines, not because I want him to take it. The one person I'd want to take it would be, but he's going to get the Money in the Bank. I'd rather see Drew. I like Drew, but that's not going to happen. So I'm going with CM Punk. And
Kal-El, what are we doing to ourselves here, man? What are we doing?
And
Nobody has
Gene's
tasted
taking-
superstar. What is this?
Gene's
CM Punk
taking-
crap.
Yeah, I'm not a big. Gene's taking Seth Rollins, and he's taking Hacksaw. Hacksaw was good in the Mid-South kind of days. He was good. So, and Larry's there. Okay, so Shane, the old school wrestler.
Oh my gosh, old school. I'm gonna have to go with the Hitman.
Okay,
Rocking the pink.
Okay,
wearing the blades, wet hair. Just Drew McIntyre. Every time he goes out there, channels a little bit of the Hitman. I feel. But anyways,
okay.
So that's gonna be my pick for winning. Now, just because I like Drew, no storyline, none of that shit.
Okay.
I just like Drew. Now, here's the other thing. I think.
Oh wait! Oh my God! Keep going.
You picked L.A. Knight.
Uh-huh.
I was going to pick L.A. Knight, but my other pick would be Braun Strowman. So
Wow.
as someone didn't get in there, yeah.
Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, drum roll.
Okay.
We have another Mania Mega Cast panel coming in. He is the host of Pro Wrestling Extreme Talk and Hey Guys podcast and a slew of podcasts. He's Johnstown's mayor. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen. It's the king, Larry Stryker. Larry, how you doing?
Hey, what's up, guys? How are you?
Good. So, Blair, since you came on and can you give your picks for the other ones for Owen and Sami Zayn?
Yeah, I'm gonna take Owens on that one.
Okay. And
what's the other one?
okay, Trish and Tiff over.
Oh, definitely Trish and Tiff.
Okay. Oh my God, I hear myself. But
And
anyway,
the women's
the ladies elimination.
You talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Roxanne.
Okay. Now, an old school wrestler, a guy who's there, and the winner.
You mean it's in the match?
Yeah, we're taking old school. If we have two extra spots, an old wrestler that we would want, a wrestler who didn't make it in the recent roster, and who's going to win out of the people that are doing it.
LA Knight. And I would have to say, God, that's a good question, Bubba. How about Rickety Dragon Steamboat?
Winner?
CM Punk.
That's what I figured. Okay.
But I think CM Punk may be turning heel. CM Punk is going to stand for corporate man punk. I think he's going to go to the dark side with The Rock.
Okay. Okay, Rich Smoke.
Well, for a current superstar that did not make it in, I'm actually agreeing with Shane on this one. I do like Braun Strowman. I know they've been using him to get a lot of guys over recently, but I'd put Braun Strowman in there. And then for a throwback superstar, somebody that used to be around, I thought there's a lot of heels in this match. So ever since you said it, for some reason, I keep getting heel after heel after heel in my head. I think somebody that'd be fun. He's way more built than people realize. Great heel. I think he'd be fun to watch. I'd put Eddie Guerrero in this match. Just for the hell of it, I'd put Eddie in there. I think
nice.
A little bit of a high flyer to go with Logan Paul. There's a lot of heels, a lot of crazy back and forth storylines. I like to see Eddie in there just to run his mouth with the rest of those guys because he could bang with any of them. I mean, honestly, his mouth was grade A. As far as the winner of this match, I really haven't figured it out. I really hope it's not CM Punk. I know Kal-El's probably down there nodding right now too because I really hope it's not. I can see it being him, obviously. I think all of these guys have a fair shot at it. That's what makes this match so hard. I just really hope it's not that overrated old man bum. I wish he would go look in the mirror, realize there's a lot of gray in that beard, and maybe walk away and hang it up. I think it's time. Right after we played the promo of him saying, I'm an AEW guy. I'm an AEW guy. Anyway, sorry, it's biased talking.
Hey, I haven't said this in a long. Fuck you, Rich.
Hey, Larry. Fuck you too. Nice to see you, buddy. Fuck you from out east. But I will say, I'm going to be biased too. So anybody else is going to be biased. I'm going to be biased. I'm going to take my boy Seth freaking Rollins here, even though I don't think he's actually going to win it. But I'm going to take him anyway. He is my favorite guy in this match. I'm going to go Seth Rollins.
Okay. Now, Kal-El, you're the last guy with the pick. Who is your old school wrestler?
See, I've been thinking about this ever since you said it the whole show.
Okay.
I think it would be cool to see Shawn Michaels in there, with Seth Rollins and like Logan Paul. I think that would be interesting to see. So I would go with Shawn Michaels for that. And then you said someone that's not in it, right?
Right.
So I think I feel like I would go with Penta because they really haven't been doing much with him, and maybe this would give him a chance to like elevate him more. Like he's been in pretty much the same matches every week, with Ludwig Kaiser and Pete Dunne. So it's just been either a triple threat match or a singles match. But I think it'd be cool to see him in there with some of those guys. As far as picks go, I narrowed it down. I know Damian Priest isn't going to win. He's just not really a main event guy right now. I don't see. I wouldn't care if Seth Rollins won. I just don't see him winning because I think Roman Reigns will come out and get in there somehow and spear Seth Rollins ever since the whole stomp onto the steps at the Royal Rumble. I definitely do not see that Grandpa CM Punk winning. I never saw him winning ever. I agree with Rich. I think it's time to hang it up here soon. So, and that really narrows it down to Logan Paul and John Cena. But I think I don't know. I hated on Bubba last time for picking Cena in the Rumble because I really didn't know who was going to win. But I think it is right that he wins this and main events against Cody because I think that's just a way bigger match than CM Punk versus Cody. And like Larry said, if Punk goes corporate, who knows what will happen with that if he goes with The Rock. So I don't know. I think it's going to be a fun match, but I think Cena's going to win because he said at that press conference after the Royal Rumble, what's best for business is if he main events WrestleMania. And what he said off the air, you guys didn't hear this, nobody heard this, is what's best for business is that CM Punk doesn't main event WrestleMania. So
oh shit!
No, I'm just playing, but he didn't actually say that.
Oh, that's good though. I think that was cool.
Yeah, I said that, but
Hey, I got something
yeah.
to say. Hold up. I never thought I met anybody that can ramble on more than Dick Smoke until now. You're putting me to sleep, kid. Can you wrap it up already? Christ.
Don't worry about it, Callowell, because he does the same thing on his show. I've listened to them guys ramble on and on about how great CM is. He just doesn't like us talking about how true it is that CM Punk just is not good anymore. Sorry, but it's just the truth.
Yeah, I don't worry about it, but I'm gonna go with Cena.
No Logan Dahl. Holy hell.
Well, I think he'll eliminate
You're muted, Bubba.
CM Punk. Yeah, you're muted, Bubba.
Oh, sorry. Was Punk ever that good?
Hell yeah.
No, nope.
Get the hell out of here. You are all
CM
smoking the same
jumped.
stuff.
CM jumped to the state in AEW.
Oh my, that's crazy.
Rich, you should have stayed MIA. It was a lot quieter.
Oh, I'm never gone, buddy. Never gone.
Oh man.
I'm always here.
Lot of beef. Why the fuck is this? I got feedback. I have no idea why.
It's probably me because I'm on my tablet.
Larry's
Get a fucking headphone on.
Larry's speaker is like CM Punk. They're both outdated and have poor quality.
Look at that. Tommy Dreamer kicked the shit out of CM Punk.
Can Tommy Dreamer even get in the fucking ring? Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
I
he was
mean, can CM Punk
IWC
even
Tag
get in the
Team
ring
Champion.
anymore?
Barely.
Yeah.
Don't start this
Anytime Punk gets
CM
in the
Punk
ring, he
shit.
gets hurt.
Okay. Well, we got the picks. Wait, hold on. I don't know how I got the feedback. But anyway, we got the picks in. This is the first time that some of you guys have been back. Rich Smoke has been back. Larry made it. We're missing a world beater. But hey, before we get out of here, I'm gonna let you guys, because there's a lot of independent wrestling shows in the coming weekends. I think so next week I will put some of them out there and stuff like that. They had a show last night in Pittsburgh. I think I might be going to the Bruno Sammartino show the 15th because Corey Graves is going to be there and Stan Hansen. And it's a thing for Bruno Sammartino, and I have always liked Bruno Sammartino. And the cool thing about that is I wrestled in front of Bruno twice. So if he'd have told me I sucked, I wouldn't probably be doing a podcast because I wouldn't be talking wrestling. I'd be drinking beer on a Friday night and eating wings. So, well, I did that last week. But anyway, Larry, what have you been promoting and all that other stuff? Good stuff.
Yeah, hit up the Hey Guy podcast and Pro Wrestling Extreme Talk. That is it. That is the only thing that I got going right now. That's it. Oh, and by the way, fuck the Eagles and Logan Dahl. That's it. That's all I got.
Oh, my. Okay, Rich Smoke, now it's your turn to rebuttal that.
Fly Eagles fly, fly Eagles fly, go Birds, fly Eagles fly again, fuck CM Punk. Anyway, no, yeah, I will be doing a podcast. Like I said, the first episode will most likely be middle of March. I hate saying most likely. You know me, I like to have everything planned out, but life has been a little chaotic and up and down recently. So I will be doing it is going to be a different name. There's going to be a whole different program. Bubba, I think I've shown you a little bit of the behind the scenes stuff that I've been trying to work on a little bit. So it's going to be a new program. I mean, more or less the same crap, still talking trash and rattling off and, being more exciting than pro wrestling, extremely boring talk out there in Pittsburgh. We're going to have an exciting talk here in Philadelphia.
Putting me to sleep again.
Oh, see, you fell asleep again. It's because, I don't know. But yeah, so that's all I got going on. Got the podcast coming back, and that's about it.
Okay, cool.
And fuck Larry Stryker.
Shane, you got anything to promote before we get out of here on a Friday night?
I don't.
You don't?
Good night.
I think
Good night.
Shane
Have a good
has
Friday.
plugged 4 days in a row, hasn't he? I think he's already plugged it all a few times.
I know.
Probably
I
hasn't
know.
been sleeping under my desk here doing podcasts.
Yeah. Okay, Kal-El, you got it?
Yeah, check out my TikTok Mania season. I posted my Elimination Chamber picks on there, and then my podcast you can see on the screen, Buckle to Buckle. I posted my chamber picks on there today too. Talked a lot about how I dislike CM Punk on there. So, also, Larry, you might want to say a prayer tonight that Punk doesn't, tear his tricep again in that match, because you never know with Punk, but we'll see. That's about it.
I wanted to get this is Pro Wrestling Extreme Talk also. This is Larry's show. If you haven't subscribed to it, please do. They're very funny and entertaining. They talk wrestling and they go off kilter too, just like me and Shane do and everybody else that I know that comes on this show.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, and I'm going to make it quick. I appreciate everybody for coming on the show as always. I know you guys' time is very valuable, and I do appreciate you guys coming on, and I do like bringing you guys on, and you guys are very entertaining, every single one of you. So keep when you guys got shows, please let me know. I think Kal-El, I shared your show today on my Facebook for you. If you guys got shows, please, I'll try to you guys. By sharing stuff on my social media and try to get you guys some subscribers, because that's how it is in the podcast community. So the old people don't do the TikTok stuff. I do have a TikTok, but I'm not as good as Kal-El. But, for me, Tuesday nights, myself and Shane with Mark from Steelers Nation Australia, we talk, the three of us talk Pittsburgh Steelers football at like 7 o'clock on Tuesdays. It's a collaboration of both podcasts. We've been doing that for about 6 months now. We've been, the three of us, we like, I like hanging out with Mark anyway. So the three of us and Shane, I like hanging out with Shane too. So the three of us are like my three sons, but without a dad. But Wednesday nights, myself and Shane, Steelers Dynasty podcast every Wednesday night, like clockwork, 9 o'clock. We are part of the Sportsvival Network. It'll be on sportsvival.com. And I think it goes this weekend. It goes on the internet. They have their own .com site. They're selling merchandise as we speak. JT Toth is the owner and the man behind all of it. It's Penguins, Pirates, and Steelers. We are the only Pittsburgh Steelers podcast on this network. So we are happy to do that. So this upcoming season will be busy as hell. Last night, myself and Shane did the Triple B experience. We did some podcasting about pulp culture. My love for, as you can see in my room, MCU and Star Wars and pulp culture movies. And we're going to do like top fives. I'm going to bring you guys on. We'll do top fives, something here pretty soon. And then I think the next time we do this wrestling, we're going to do a top five, maybe top five. Get this, your top five WrestleMania matchups. When we'll do that with the whole, that'll probably be a bigger show because WrestleMania is 2 nights. So we'll be doing that. So we'll do that. But I appreciate everybody that's in the chat. Gene, Devil, Afton, everybody. We do appreciate the community. This is one of the greatest communities of chat that I've ever been a part of. And we do, and you guys have been with us all week long. We've had people every day been on the show that's been in our chat, and every day. If it wasn't for them, and they're all over the United States. So, it's pretty good. And Devil's out in LA. So we do appreciate it. And thanks, Kelly. Kelly's going through some health issues, and we're wishing him the best. So, guys, thank you guys so much. Everybody, stay tuned. I'm still working on some independent wrestling, Larry. We're looking hopefully in June. Hopefully in June, we're going to have one show. And I'm going to say this before I leave. I did apply. I applied for the Pennsylvania Athletic Commission agent to go to wrestling shows, MMA, and boxing. I put an application in the other day for the state because I work for the Commonwealth. We will see if they will accept me. And I don't know if that would be a conflict of interest, being a wrestling promoter and being an agent, making sure 10 feet in the ring and everybody is whatever. I'll probably make, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to accept it if I get it, because it might be a conflict of interest. And I don't want other wrestling companies, saying, hey, Bubba, you're being a prick. Now, if I didn't have a wrestling company, you got to have everything on the up and up. I mean, I do. I mean, why can't everybody else?
Shut them down, Bubba. Shut them down.
No. No. So, okay, guys, I'm getting out of here. Thank you guys so much. Have a great weekend, and we'll definitely be back. I'll definitely be back next Friday night at 9:00. We do a little earlier when we do these WWE picks. AEW. Danny White. Oh, okay. White got away with it. Okay, well, maybe I could do it. Yeah, AEW pay-per-view picks not really happening on my shows anymore. So I'll just stick with WWE. So okay, everybody. Thanks, guys. Good night. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the show tomorrow, and we will see you guys. So thanks for watching.